What's going on, everybody? It's Temptation. Welcome back to another Battlefield Bad Company 2 commentary. Today we're going to be talking about CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, and some other general things. So let's hop right into it. Alright guys, so first of all, let me just go ahead and explain the audio is a little bit off from the video in this episode. And I was having some trouble recording in this video, so cut me some slack on that. But Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, is a yearly show in January every year where basically all of the biggest and smallest technology companies get together and they show off their new products that they're going to be releasing that year. So it's really cool to kind of watch everything unfold, and it's really cool, especially this year. We're getting so many new things that we would never expect to have, and like augmented reality, Google glasses, like things like that that are just crazy. You would never think you'd have this soon. You'd think it'd be like 2020 or something before we got some of this stuff, but we have it now, and it's going to be released this year. So one of the big things that was announced just today, today was not the first day of CES, but it was. The showroom floor was not open today, but all of the companies had their press releases. So we got to see some new products and things like that that were announced today. And for you guys that are watching this, this was yesterday. So so they basically held all their press releases, and we got to see some cool new things. So one of the big things that was announced today was from Nvidia. For those of you that are computer gamers, you know what Nvidia is. For those of you that aren't, I'll give you a little bit of an overview. Nvidia is a computer company that specializes in making graphics chips, and they make graphics cards and things like that. Mainly graphics. They also make a few mobile processors, the Tegra series, that are in a lot of phones and tablets and things like that. They also make those. So they made their venture today into the handheld console market. And let me tell you, it's weird. That's for sure. It's what it's called is Project Shield, Nvidia Project Shield. Now, it's basically just a handheld console. So just like it would be for a PSP or a PS Vita or a Nintendo 3DS, anything like that, it's pretty much similar. The thing that Nvidia has done, though, they make the graphics chip, so they're able to optimize it specifically for themselves. They also integrated a full Android operating system. So instead of running on some kind of distro of Linux that they've kind of messed around with, it's completely stock Android. And there's no modifications to it, except for their drivers and things that allow you to do different things with Steam and all sorts of stuff like that. So that's pretty cool that you can do all of your basic Android stuff on it. You can rent your movies and do all that stuff straight through the Play Store. So you're not going through a third party, you're going straight through either Google or straight through Sony. So that's pretty cool. Now the layout of this handheld thing is, it looks like an Xbox 360 controller with a screen attached to it, and I think that's exactly what everybody thinks it is. It's exactly what it looks like. It's really, I mean, it's a black Xbox 360 controller with a screen, a flip-up screen on it. Now the benefits to this are you don't get those cramped controls and things like you have on a Nintendo 3DS or something like that. But then again, it's also kind of bulky. And so it'd be really comfortable, I feel like. If you hold it in your hand, you'd feel like you're just playing an Xbox, which is cool. But then it'd also be kind of hard to store and get a case for and things like that people want on their mobile devices. Now, another problem this brings, of course, is not everybody wants to buy a handheld gaming system when you have your phone or your tablet, because you can run pretty much a bunch of console grade games from your phone. So it's really not a big deal anymore to have that handheld gaming system when you can just go on your phone, download a game from the market, and you're good, you know. So that's another thing that I don't think Nvidia was really thinking of when they announced this. Now, a lot of people are speculating that Nvidia is going to, this is going to turn into vaporware, or they're announcing it and it's not really going to show up on store shelves. It's just more of a proof of concept type deal. I don't know about that. I feel like they are actually going to release it. I just don't think it's going to do very well. Kind of similar to the Razer Blade and things like that. Hardware companies that specialize in a certain area of hardware don't need to get into a different area of hardware because they're known for graphics, and so that's what they should continue being known for, not handheld gaming systems. So there have been a lot of other cool things featured at CES so far, and there's a lot of more cool things to come. But one of the main things, one of the big things this year is tracking. So like you can track your motion and your like calories and things like that, but also now they've released a fork that tracks your food, how much food you eat, how fast you eat, things like that. It's $100. I forget what it's called now, but it's a pretty cool little deal, and it'd be really cool, especially for people that are really health conscious and want to know those types of things for themselves or for their trainer or something else like that. But so there's a lot of things that are going in the way of bringing technology more into the home, more into your body, I guess you should say that, instead of into the home, because you're gonna wear these things around. They've got sensors and all sorts of stuff that you just wear around, and it's weird. I mean, it's creepy because you're not used to having cameras all around you watching you all the time, but that's how it's gonna be in the future, and they're showcasing a lot of that now. So that's pretty crazy to think about. But the next thing is Windows. Now, Windows 8 kind of made a small splash in a large pond, basically. Nobody really bought it. It's had crappier sales numbers than Windows Vista did when it first came out. So it's really not the Windows we've been waiting for, as Microsoft describes it. So there have been a lot of new devices, computers and laptops and tablets being the main two. So most all of them are running Windows 8, because the thing now is you have to have the latest thing, or else, you know, what are you gonna do, right? So they upgraded all their laptops and tablets to Windows 8, and now the cool thing that they have are these Ultrabook convertibles, which are basically, it's a laptop that's combined with a tablet, and so you can undock, kind of like an Asus Transformer tablet. You can undock the screen off of it and it turns into a complete tablet running Windows 8. But if you dock it, it turns into a complete laptop running Windows 8. It's the same version of Windows 8, you just either get the tablet feature or the laptop feature with the touchscreen. So it's kind of innovative, it's pretty cool, but I don't think the specs are the best on those types of laptops. And also, it kind of limits you, because Windows 8, I mean, the Office for Windows 8 is not good, and it's just not, it's not what it should be. If you're looking for a power user operating system, you're going to want a Windows 7, and so that touchscreen feature, if you were to put Windows 7 on one of those, it's not there. The touchscreen feature is not there in Windows 7. And so that you're kind of forced to go with Windows 8 if you want that whole tablet feel and all that. Some users, like college students and things, would be able to get used to that fairly easily, but power users, gamers, it's probably not the thing for you, although it is a cool concept to be able to do full laptop computing or tablet computing, whichever one you feel like you need to do. So that's about it for the CES recap of the day, I guess you could call it. I'm not going to be doing one of these every day, but if I find something interesting, I'll try to put a commentary out over it just so I can inform you guys on what I think is cool and what I think maybe you guys should buy, because I might consider buying some of this stuff. It's really cool, and a lot of it, you know, they're probably not going to release it very soon. It's going to be like late 2013, second half of 2013 even. So it's not going to be soon as we expect it, but it is going to be sooner than later. So check out some of this stuff. I'll put a link to the news website I read called The Verge in the description. They do some great news coverage and some daily videos and things like that from CES. So if you want to check out that kind of stuff, just click the link in the description and you can check that out. So thanks guys for watching, and hope you enjoy the rest of this Bad Company 2 gameplay.